Yo, what's going on, y'all? It's your boy Sebastian Ryder, and you tapped into a brand new episode of Cut Different TV. And before I introduce y'all to our guest today, who's hailing from a place called New Windsor in New York that I just heard of today, make sure you hit that big red button that says subscribe under whatever screen you watching this on. And hopefully it's a TV screen because you tapped in with Cut Different TV. We got my brother Colarte in the building.
What up, what up?
What's happening with you, man?
Feeling good, dog. No complaints. Life is beautiful, honestly.
Yeah. That's fire, bro.
Best
I like
ever.
your chain. I like the pink vibe. You got the chromey.
Thank you. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I see it, bro. You know what I'm saying? I rock with it.
Spend way too much money on clothes, bro. Just being straightforward with you.
It is what it is. The image is, I mean, shit.
Yeah.
Picture
Nah, I
it,
would agree.
you know? But shit, bro, thank you for coming through.
Absolutely. Thank
Shout
you so
out
much
to
for having me.
Stellar and Stunt, you know what I'm saying, for getting you in here today.
The best out. My team.
For sure. And tell us about New Windsor, bro. Like, where the hell is that? It sounds like some shit in like a Disney Channel. Like,
It's a question. That's a question I have to answer all the time. New Windsor is upstate New York. Not like super upstate. I'm about like an hour, 15 minutes with no traffic to Manhattan. On a day like today, well, it's around 6 p.m. right now. I left my house at around 4. It took me about like an hour and 50 something minutes. So that commute is it's a lot, but no complaints. You know, you do what you want for, you know, the things that you care about. So yeah, that's where I grew up. It's New Windsor is a small town near Newburgh, Monroe. It's about like the Woodbury Common Premium Outlets. That's like the most recognizable place. Like, you know, when people are like, where are you from? And you say New Windsor, and they're like, I have no idea. Then you're just like, you know the Woodbury Commons? And they're like, yep. And
that's
it's
exactly
like, okay.
how our conversation went.
That's always how it goes, man.
Yeah.
People are familiar with the outlets. I really don't know why. Don't waste
People
your time
like to
going there,
spend
bro. Yeah, there's not. They got good food there, but like most of the outlets are not really anything special.
Jaded to that shit.
Yeah.
So New Windsor, is there like some weird like magical creative energy there that like you just happen to tap into? Like,
definitely not.
Word?
Yeah, just being honest.
So
no.
where does the musical inspiration
Yeah,
come
it's
from?
actually, it's funny you asked that question because, you know, is there like some magical creative energy? I feel like we definitely have our creatives. Like we have a bunch of creatives that have come out of there, but it definitely is not one of those places where you start doing something out of the ordinary and like everyone immediately accepts you for it. Like I had to grind for people to accept the fact that I was starting to do music and really taking it seriously. A big question I would get all the time was like, and it irked me so bad. Like I would see people out in public and they would be like, are you still doing the music thing? And I would just be like, yeah, I'm still doing the music thing. Like this isn't a hobby, bro. Like this is my career. Like I take it very seriously. So that would really bother me back, you know, when I was younger. That probably stopped around like 2023 when I opened for the Kid Leroy. Then everyone changed. It was funny. But hey, I mean, like, it's all love at the end of the day. I mean, you got to win over people's respect, you know? But there's definitely not a magical creative energy or like any, you know, anything pushing you to like do something out of the ordinary over there. I feel like it's more rare, which makes it cooler when someone does some really cool stuff, you know?
Oh yeah. It's like a big fish in a small pond.
Yes.
Like you pop quicker.
Yeah.
I feel that.
That's definitely a good point. The support I receive now is overwhelming, but you got to earn that, you know? That doesn't just come. People don't just be like, "Oh, you're doing this now?" It's like, "Okay, I fully believe in you. You got to earn that." So.
Exactly. Especially when people haven't really seen it done too often from the place.
Exactly.
I get that coming from Raleigh, North Carolina. It's like we've got some names. You know, you might hear Raleigh and think like 2C, or you know, you might hear North Carolina and think the Baby or whoever, but you know, it hadn't been done too much.
Yeah, no, 100%.
So it's like sometimes you gotta get away, build your name, come back to get the respect that you really need. You feel me? So you talking about coming back and forth to New York. You earlier when we were chopping it up, you were like, I've been doing music since I was 8.
Yeah.
You feel me? But like now, 5 years ago, you feel like shit kind of really got kicked into gear.
Yeah.
So tell me a little bit about that. Like, what was that childhood like, and then what was the shift?
Absolutely. So growing up, I come from a very musical family. My father shout out my dad, man, my hero. He has the most incredible voice and is just super musically inclined. And I remember it was a song by, I believe it was Owl City. Was it? It was a song called Love Like Whoa. It was big on the radio stations back in like 4th grade or whatever. And I remember singing along to that song in the car, and my mom being surprised, like, oh, like, Michael, you can sing. And I remember she went and told my dad, and my dad was like, nah, I've been looking at the signs, like, he's tone deaf. And he was like it's like a big thing. And my mom was like, no, like, I'm telling you, I think this kid can sing. And then eventually my pops was like, okay, maybe he can sing. And then I tried out for the 4th grade school play, and I got the lead. And I was like, oh, this should be fun. And then I ended up, I don't really remember much of it, but apparently I killed it. Everyone always says I was a better actor than I am a singer, which is crazy because I haven't acted in years, but trying to get back into it.
I get that, like, acting about, and, like, don't take this in a crazy way, but, like,
keep calling me fake.
No, not like you're not being yourself.
I'm playing.
But, like, like a Disney Channel, like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
like,
no, I see where you're coming
from. Or like in a movie, like a dope, like, like a Zac Efron type of name.
Nah, I'm very focused on music right now, but acting is definitely something that I plan on getting back into. But yeah, so that was kind of the beginning, and then I did school plays throughout, middle school and whatnot, and then 7th grade came, and it was tryouts for the modified basketball team, and all my friends were athletes. Yeah, modified. It's just what they call, middle school sports. Like, it was modified, then JV, then varsity. Stupid. I don't know why.
Okay.
But yeah, all my friends were athletes, and I was just kind of like, I want to play for the team, like, with my homies, like, because I was cool with everyone in the acting and, the school plays and whatnot, all that kind of stuff. But I wanted to be, like, with my friends. So I actually completely dropped all theater production, like any of the shows I was doing at, school and outside of school and whatnot. And I pretty much just focused on sports from 7th grade to my senior year. I played basketball middle school, high school, and then I stopped playing basketball 10th grade, and then fully focused on football junior and senior year. And we actually, it's a little fun fact, shout out my boys, we won state championship 2 years in a row, 24-0, never lost a high school varsity football game. It was a crazy experience,
That's not easy to do.
But yeah, so once high school finished, because music is always something I wanted to do, it was in the forefront of my mind of what I wanted to do with my life, but you're not really thinking about what you're going to do with your life in high school. You know what I mean? So senior year came to a close, and I was like, oh, life's getting real. Everyone's talking about what they want to do, and I know exactly what I want to do. I've known what I want to do since, that 4th grade play. I've known what I want to do since I've found out who Justin Bieber was, but that's besides the point. So yeah, once everyone was going for their freshman year in college, I was like, it's showtime. And ever since 2020, I just been putting the work in, bro. Every single day.
Doing the music thing.
Yeah.
Facts.
Doing the music thing.
Yeah.
Exactly.
I feel that, bro. And so, you said you did some shit with Kid Leroy in 2023.
Yeah. No,
would you say that's like been a huge highlight or?
Yeah, that was.
Just wanted to take a quick second to shout out one of our partners, Upstream.io. If you're looking for a tool or a platform that allows you to streamline your customer relationship management, no matter what business you're in, whether you want to manage leads, you want to manage clients that you already have, if you want to have a website that allows you to streamline all of your offerings and showcase who you are as a brand or business, look no further. And if you're looking to streamline all of your content scheduling and you don't want to use 5-6 different platforms to make sure that you're getting content out on time, look no further. Upstream.io, and it's certified cut different. Now back to the interview.
That was pretty crazy. I mean, before that, I hadn't performed in front of more than like 200, 300 people. I mean, that was at the Honor Center War Memorial Arena, I think it was called, in Syracuse.
So how did that come about? Tell us that story.
So it's actually super funny. What it was is he was running some like contest with some promotional company and whatnot, and you could submit for the opportunity to do it. And like, off the top of my head, I think it was like a couple hundred submissions, something like that, to earn the opportunity to do it. And it was, I don't know if I should be saying this, but it was based off like how many like likes you got on the website, like how many people like liked your video. And that was supposed to be the number one, the top person was supposed to perform, and I was not the top person, but I got the opportunity, and I took it. It was super exciting. I found out like 8 hours before the show. Like, it was something crazy, bro. Like, they didn't announce the winner, and I got the email, and I don't remember if I called you, Stunt. I might have called you. I texted you, and I was like, yeah, this is going down. So me and my family, we hopped in the car. It was actually my dad's birthday too. March 22nd, I was like, yo, happy birthday, Dad. I guess today's about me. Like, it was messed up. But
that's a gift, though.
No,
like
no. He was over the moon about it.
Hell yeah.
So yeah,
he gave you the talent. Now it's the return on investment is paying off.
No, absolutely.
Hell yeah.
It was an unbelievable experience. It really was, like, just to, especially because in a situation like that, where it's like so far off from something you've done before, you're immediately going to be like a little like nervous, or like the nerves are going to be gone. And it's going to be like, I've never performed in front of, a couple thousand people before. Like, how am I going to react? Yo, I don't think I've ever been like so amped in my life. Like, I was just on fire. Like, before getting on stage, like that rush of adrenaline with like seeing all the people out there, like I like lit up. Like, and in that moment, I knew that this is always what I've wanted to do with my life. But in that moment is when I realized, like, I was born to do this, because like there was no fear, 10 minutes before hopping on stage. It was just like, throw me out there. Like, I want to go crazy. And I went out there, and I remember my vocals being a little shaky at first, because I was like just so overstimulated.
It was live band, or it was?
No, it was literally just my backtrack on my song.
Oh shit!
With like a little bit of like vocals. It was like the live performance version of the track that my engineer put together for me. But
damn,
yeah, dude, it was pretty unbelievable. And that was, like I said, like that was the moment where it was like, okay, like I think everyone understands that like this isn't just a little hobby anymore. Like, this is something that I want to do, and I will, do everything in my power to make it happen. So yeah, well, definitely one of the top days of my life, and I think it will always be one of the top days of my life, because it was a first time. You know what I mean? Like, it was crazy.
That's fire.
Yeah,
bro.
man.
And then like when you have that moment, right, and it happens so quickly, like we were talking earlier about the spontaneity, like you having to travel all the time into the city for opportunities and events and different things that you're doing. When something like that happens, and it happens so quick, right? Like, how do you top that, right? Like, how do you then still get excited by like the little things in life and the little things that comes with being an artist?
Well, because like, I don't know, I think everything is such a big deal. Like, you know what I mean? Like, when I drop a song and like someone that I grew up with texts me, like, that I've never heard from before about my music, where it's like, hey dude, saw the new single, super tight, like keep working, like just know that like, I want the best for you. Like that, in and of itself is a massive win. It's like, holy, okay, so you support me. I just gained another person that I know is on my side. Like, I don't know, I'm always super grateful for everything that comes my way. Like I don't know, man. I'm just grateful for everything. Like, I would say it's probably like my favorite quality about myself. Like, I think everything is a big deal. Like, I leave the studio, like, and I'm just as excited every time about like my new favorite song. Like the last song I recorded is always my new favorite song. Like,
Facts.
I always find a way to keep excited, and not thinking about, well, this isn't as big as that one thing I did. Like, hell no. Everything's cool.
Interesting. I love that. And I feel like that's how everybody should be about their art. And for people that have a hard time being that way because they have people in their ear that may be giving them unwanted opinions or thoughts, or like, yo, you should do it this way. Like, when you have too many people telling you what to do, it fucks with your excitement sometimes. How do you maintain this energy in a space where, especially with social media, everybody has an opinion?
Because criticism and like opinions, I think, are awesome. Because like at the end of the day, someone, you know, whether it be Stunt or, you know, Sage or, you know, any of my friends in this shit, and, you know, the people that come to studio sessions with me or whatever, and like they give me an opinion about something, or, oh, I think it should be this way. It's like at the end of the day, like I appreciate you giving your opinion and, you know, thinking of ways that my art or whatever I'm doing can be the best it possibly can be. So thank you for sharing your opinion. Whether or not I'm going to agree with your opinion and then implement it into what I'm doing, like that's a different story. But at the end of the day, like, you know, I'm open to criticism. I think people telling me like, yo, I think this would be really good for you is always a good thing. Whether I'm going to do it or not, I'm definitely going to consider it. So like, I don't know. I really don't let that kind of stuff get to me, or like, you know, I'll, you know, drop a song and, you know, one of my good friends, Jimmy, actually with my song Backyard that I dropped in October, November, he was like, dude, he's one of my best friends, like literal brother. I stay at his house in Queens all the time because if I don't feel like driving home, yeah, that's my dog. But he'll be like, yo, like you know, congratulations on the single release, but like this one's not really for me. And I'm like, I appreciate you saying that. Like, and it's all good because, you know, that's my dad's favorite song ever. And it just goes to show, like, you know, one person's opinion doesn't really mean anything in the grand scheme of things. Yeah, 100%. Yeah. And his favorite song of mine is probably my least favorite song I've ever put out. So it's like, you know.
It's crazy how that works.
Absolutely. Right? But that's why, like, that's another thing. It's like when this is an example I like to use. Like when someone sends me a beat pack and is like, you know, check these out, whatever. At the end of the day, just because I listened to all 10 of them and didn't formulate some ideas and I considered, you know, all of your beats to be uninspiring for me, you could send those beats to another artist and be like, yo, this beat that, you know, I just opened from this guy is like the perfect shit for me. You know, it has to deal with who you're dealing with, you know what I mean? So
for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah. What is it? Beauty is in the eye of the beholder. It's the same shit with music.
Absolutely.
Good music is in the ears of the listener.
100%.
Yeah, I rock with that. Well, shit, man. I feel like I want to cover a lot more. You know what? Actually, dude, I really like your energy, man. And
appreciate you, dog.
I want to know, like, are your fans that listen to your music, that, you know, tap in with you, that show you love and support you, like, are they, when you've met them, do they have the same level of energy that you do, or do you feel like they rock with you because you give so much energy to them?
That's a good question. I don't know. Wow. I feel like I mostly hit it off with most of the people I meet. Like, you know, I'm friends with all different types of people. That's just always the way I've been, like, growing up. Like, back in high school, like, all of, like, my best friends were, you know, the athletes and, you know, the kids that were into fashion and stuff like that. But, like, at lunchtime, I'd go sit at, you know, some days I'd go sit with another table and, you know, we'd set up the Nintendo Switch and we'd run Smash. And, like, you know, just some different stuff. Like, I always find common ground with people, you know what I mean? Like, you know, the people that I play video games with are, like, not necessarily the people that, like, I'm going out to the club with, but, like, everyone has, I don't know, different.
There's something there.
Yeah, you know what I mean? So I would venture to say, like, I'd be friends with, like, all of my fans. Like, I feel like if you rock with me, like,
you must be.
I gotta rock with you. You know what I mean? So
facts. I like that.
Yeah.
I like that. What is success for you as an artist, right?
Top.
Like being able to but waking up, you know, because you wake up every day. I mean, you do this artist shit. You know what I'm saying? You wake up as yourself. You go to sleep as yourself. Throughout the day, you're yourself. That's a beautiful blessing. And there's a lot of artists that want to do that, can't do that. There's a lot of artists that don't have the confidence to do that. So for some people, to be where you are right now is success. But what is success for you?
Success for me, like, I'm never gonna sit here and say that I'm satisfied. It's just like the kind of person I am. Like, I've got goals set for myself of, you know, I'm going to hit this goal and I want to make sure I do this and I want to make sure I do this and I want to make sure I do that. And then by the end, I want to be doing this. How I'm going to get there, I don't know. I'm just going to keep putting my best foot forward every single day, making sure that, when I lay my head on the pillow at night, I'm like, okay, yep, I did everything I said I was going to do today. And that's it. Just marching straight forward. And, at the end of the day, I want to have absolutely no regrets. And, I wish I did this harder. I wish I went harder with this. Like, I'm going to go hard every single time. Today was supposed to be an off day for me. And then, Stella was like, the spot, we can move yours. I was like, absolutely, let's move it up. I'm here. Yeah. And, I finished up my workout at the gym, went home, showered, changed, ironed my stuff, grabbed a coffee. We out.
I rock with it, bro.
Yeah, dude. Anything I can to be the best I can be. That's success for me. Reaching my maximum potential.
So that's fire. And that's a clip, too, whoever's clipping this. Yo, what's going on? It's your boy Sebastian Ryder. Really appreciate y'all tuning into today's interview. Just wanted to take a quick second to shout out one of our partners, CapCut. If you're looking for a platform that's going to be easy to use and that's going to allow you to take long form content and chop it up into bite-sized clips, look no further than CapCut. It's truly got everything that you need to take a simple piece of content and make it exciting, more engaging, and drive more eyes to your brand or business. I hope that you gain as much value out of this platform as we do at Cut Different TV. Back to the interview. What makes you cut different? Oh wait, hold on.
I'm ready.
Hold on. Because you be saying a lot of like dope shit, and I feel like there's a lot of things that excite you.
Yeah,
you
definitely.
know what I'm saying? Like you said earlier, you're grateful for everything, even the small shit.
Yeah.
What is exciting you right now musically, right? Like what are you pushing right now? What do you want the fans to tap in with? What do you feel like is making you feel alive as an artist?
Okay. I love that question because I actually have a perfect answer of, in my mind at least. I think what excites me the most about music right now and my music personally is that I feel like I'm really getting to a point where like every track I make evokes emotion. Mm-hmm. And I feel like that's what a lot of music out today, I'm not dissing anybody. I want to make that very clear. I'm not dissing anyone. I can see the appeal to all music, but I feel like a lot of music doesn't evoke emotion. And like more than anything, you can listen to a track and not necessarily develop an opinion on the track. Mm-hmm. Like I hear a lot of music and it's just like, I hear it and I see the appeal and I understand why these people have fan bases and I get it and I respect them and, all the power to them. But like by the end of it, if I'm not like, at least have an opinion or on, that was crazy or that was super uplifting or, that was super cool or whatever.
An emotion.
Like just anything. Mm-hmm. Music is supposed to do that. And I feel like I'm getting to a place where every track I have is going to evoke some sort of emotion or opinion. Even if it's, what the hell was that? That was weird. Like, why was that vocal placed there? Why does he keep repeating this one thing? Or I'm just using examples. If you don't understand, if some people love it, one of my good homies, Swift, just said this to me, and it was a genius idea, so I'm going to put this in. If half the people absolutely love something and half the people hate it,
it's a hit.
That's art.
Yeah.
That's art. And that is not my statement. That's my homie Swift.
Yeah.
Smart man. He's always spitting game. But seriously, I feel like that's what it's all about. So that's what excites me. That's what keeps me going, in terms of music right now. Like I just want to make something that undeniably will have you think something.
Amazing.
Yeah.
I rock with that.
Appreciate you.
And shit, I mean, we buying time. You know what I'm saying? We just chopping it up. I mean, I feel like we could talk forever.
Yeah, no, we definitely could.
You excited about everything.
Yeah.
We could talk about the floor in here, and you'd be like, yo, I really love the tone and the staining of the floor.
Yo, it's funny. It's really funny, bro, because I kind of just have been like that my whole life. Like I always got something super, like I just want to be super stoked.
And you know what they say, bro? Like I got to give this like a little spiritual piece to it, bro. Like you're a Pisces. Mm-hmm. I'm an Aries. Mm-hmm. The Pisces is the 12th sign in the zodiac cycle. Aries is number 1. And what they say is that when you come on to this earth, you go through 12 cycles. You feel me? So everybody is an Aries. Everybody is a Pisces at one point.
Oh,
in their
interesting.
existence on. So with Pisces, right? Like a lot of times Pisces have a bunch of different skill sets and a lot of things that they're great at that they've acquired deep down in their root in a different lifetime. And so Pisces are usually either really jaded to everything because they're like deep down their subconscious is like, we've done this shit before in this life. Or they're super excited for this cycle of life because it's their 12th cycle.
Wow.
So
That's
it's
very
like,
interesting.
like, bro, if you meet Pisces, bro, like Pisces are either very like I'm chilling, but they're very creative, but they're not really loud about it, or they're extremely loud about it and pushing it.
Oh, you're really educated in this zodiac stuff.
Well, I mean, not too educated, but
I mean, that was some serious shit. Usually, when I tell, when girls are like, what's your sign? I'm like, Pisces. They're like, oh, I hate Pisces. Now I'm going to tell them that.
Yeah, be like, yo, I'm on my 12th cycle, yo. Like, I know it. I've been here.
No, you know what? I'm going to just say, like, I'm on my 12th cycle and you just won't get it. And then they'll hate Pisces even more.
Because they'll be like, oh, he told me I don't get it. Like, bro, all right.
Oh, my God.
This shit's deeper than rap. You feel me? But yeah, man. I mean, shit, man. We, I think, we had cut different studios. You know what I'm saying? And we got Colarte in the building. And if you still haven't hit subscribe, and you haven't dropped any comments, you haven't went over to IG. I know on iPhone, they shouldn't be watching on an iPhone, but if you are, that's cool. We love all the support. You could swipe up on the iPhone, it opens up different tabs. You gotta go over to IG, tap in with my bro. You know what I'm saying? Why you opened it up too? Go tap in with Spotify, Apple Music, every other platform.
Look at it.
You know what I'm saying?
Dog, bro.
You feel me? While you there, go ahead and show all the love. But we made it to this point, man, and I really want to know, Colarte, what makes you cut different,
I knew it was coming. I would say what makes me cut different is my authenticity. I think I'm, the same guy through and through that, I've been my entire life. And I feel like a lot of artists, I feel like I'm dissing people in this interview, but that's not what I'm trying to do. But a lot of artists, make their brand, a certain image, or like something that they're, their world is, I'm trying to figure out how to word this. They're trying to create a world for someone that's not necessarily like exactly who they are, but like, it's like a character, and that's cool. I think that's dope. My personal thing is I always want to just be like someone that you could be friends with. Like, I just want to be someone that, if you listen to my music, like, you're going to be like, and you watch this kind of stuff and you're on my Instagram and stuff like that, just be like, he seems like a nice guy. And I think that's the thing that I've always prided myself most on. I'm always the best person that I can be in my day-to-day life. And that's outside of music. That was more me answering the cut different question was more about me as a person, not as me as an artist. And I think that's just as important.
Hell yeah. Well, you're a human first before you're an artist.
Absolutely. People forget that, though.
And that's the thing. I mean, at the end of the day, we want to cut deep. You feel me? Like, well, that's not a pause.
No.
But we want to cut deep, and like at the end of the day, bro, like we could sit here and talk about music all day. You know what I'm saying? We could go through your projects, go track by track. We could go single by single. But at the end of the day, like, if your fans want to go listen to your music, they're gonna go listen to your music. They might not go see an interview.
Absolutely.
They want to learn more about you.
100%.
So
that's why I watch artist interviews.
Hell yeah.
Because, I want to know more about them as a person. And specific people like, Tyler, the Creator, is a great example. Like, he puts out the videos where he's strictly talking about the album, like, the Flower Boy conversation and, the Igor one and stuff like that. That's just about solely the music. But when I watch Tyler go on like a radio show, stuff like that, like, I'm excited to just hear him share his opinion on fashion and, his day-to-day life and tell his stories and stuff like that. That's the stuff that intrigues me about interviews and whatnot.
Well, shit, bro. We appreciate you coming on.
I appreciate you
guys. It's been fire, bro. I'm so excited to tap into your whole catalog, bro, and just vibe the fuck out, because I feel like you have a great energy.
I appreciate
it. And I also feel like we're going to see you on big screens, too, one day. Because you give me a mark. You seem very marketable, bro.
I'm in the least arrogant way possible, bro. You will. And I'm not, that's all humble.
There's no room for there is no ego and arrogance or nothing. You got to pop your shit. Yeah. We're going to cut different TV. If you're not going to pop it, we're going to pop it.
We on cut different TV. We got to talk our shit.
It's all love, man. We got Colarte in the building. I don't know what episode this is, but shit. if we not over 100 right now, we damn close to it. So thank y'all for tuning in. Hopefully y'all been with us the whole time. And if you just now joining the Cut Different family, stay tuned, man. We got a lot more dope shit coming for you.
Subscribe.
And go check out my brother Colarte.
If you would.
And wait, tell them where they can find you at.
I'm Colarte123 on everything. COLARTE 123. Instagram, Twitter, YouTube, PlayStation. If you're trying to run some games.
PlayStation.
Everywhere. Colarte123.
That was the first. If y'all trying to go play with my man on PlayStation, pause, not play with my. If you trying to go run, I don't know what the fuck I'm trying to say.
If you're trying to play Overwatch with me, bro, I'm Diamond 5, and I don't play wide matches, so I'll see you out there.
You gonna run out of friend requests. You gonna be that nigga that's maxed out on.
I'll be sick.
Requests.
That means I can make a good team. Like I got good teammates already, but we can really like cut up the roster. Make the roster cut different.
I rock with it, man.
Hell
We're gonna
yeah.
make the roster cut different. Hey, I go by the name of Sebastian Ryder, man. I'm here with the one and only
Colarte.
And you just tapped into another episode of Cut Different TV.
Hell yeah.
See y'all next time.
Yes, sir.